Hello students, I am Hasina Bibi, Assistant Professor CSE Department, Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. In this video presentation, we are going to discuss on topic from the first unit of operating systems. And the topic is operating system overview, objectives and functions. Let us see the objectives of studying this topic. To understand the objectives of operating system, to describe the operating system services, to analyze the various interfaces provided by the OS. We all know the operating system acts as the interface between the hardware and software. Software means it consists of set of applications. With the help of operating system only, we can access the various hardware resources and our application software can run in the different hardware with the help of different hardwares. So the interconnection, so the interface is provided by the OS, and the OS has three objectives: convenience, efficiency, ability to evolve. We can use the system more conveniently with the help of OS only, and it provides the efficient use of hardware and the software. Normally, the hardware and software used in providing applications to the user can be viewed as the different layered fashion. Okay, we can see the architecture of the system with various layers, and the top layer is applications. Application means collection of application softwares used by the user or the end user. Okay, so when we look at the computer system, we will see only the set of applications, isn't it? The end user views the system in terms of various applications. The applications are actually developed in various different programming languages. Those softwares, those application softwares are developed by the application programmers. And after that, a set of system programs are there. They are otherwise called as utilities. They implement user functions and assist in program creation, management of files and the control of input-output devices. So we will see only the application softwares, but with the help of some system programs, we can run our application softwares. The system programs are otherwise called as utilities. They only help us to create our program, to execute our program, and to manage the files, etc. Next, in this diagram, we are seeing the layered architecture, that is user, application, operating system, hardware. User will interact the system only with the applications, and there will be the hardwares. The applications will need the hardware resources, so the hardware will be managed, and the operating system give the access to the hardware. Hardware means various input-output devices. The operating system provides the access of various input-output devices to the user applications. So all these management operations or control operations are performed by the operating system. In the second diagram, we can see number of users, n number of users can use the system. In the software side, two types of softwares will be there: system software and system softwares as well as application softwares. Both are managed by the operating system. System softwares are nothing but various tools which will help us to run our application softwares. The application softwares, when we create one program with the application software, it will go through many individual pre-processing steps to get executed in the hardware. So the system software tools only helps us to process our softwares, and it helps us to execute our programs on the hardware, on the CPU. Okay, so the operating system is one important system software which will manage all the hardware configuration, as well as it will provide the access of CPU to the softwares and make our programs to get executed on the CPU. And also the operating system only provide the main memory accesses to the programs. It allocates the memory locations to our programs. Okay. So the hardware having many input output components, they have grouped into three, that is processor, memory, input output devices. Now let us see the various operating system services. Operating system act as the main component in the computer system, and we have classified the areas on which OS provides services. First one is program development. So the program development is, we will create our program, but the program have to go through many steps, and many processing tools are used to convert our program into the executable program. So all those tools are provided by the OS only. OS provides the various facilities and services to develop our program and to execute our program in the CPU and to get the results. And the tools are such as editors. Editor is the tool which is used to type our program. Debugger is used to correct our program errors, and the compiler will be there, loader will be there, linker will be there. All those system software tools will be managed by the operating system only. So with the help of OS only, we can create our program and we can get the results from our program. And the program execution. Execution means our program will be get ready into the appropriate format, then only it can be executed by the CPU. Okay. So we will only create the initial program source code. The source code will be compiled and loaded into the main memory. So the main memory location will be allocated by the OS. At that point, the program is called as executable code. And then for the execution of our program, the necessary input output devices and the resources will have to be allocated. So this will be allocated by the operating system. And one more thing is, operating system only schedules the execution on the CPU. So based upon the scheduling criteria, the program get the chance to get executed on the CPU and access to input output devices. So OS provides the uniform interface that programmers can access the input output devices. Okay. Controlled access to files. Files are nothing but the storage structures, and OS having the module to protect our files and to control access to the files. System access. For shared or public systems, the OS control the access to the system as a whole and to specific system resources. Okay. And the error detection and response. So during the system usage, and the different hardwares will be there, different softwares will be executing on the system. So the another one important criteria of the operating system is, it will protect our system and it will intimate the errors to the error conditions during the execution of the applications, and it must provide the response that clears the error condition. So all those intimations and notifications are provided to the user with the help of OS only. Accounting means maintaining the activities. The OS collect the usage statistics for various resources and monitor the entire system activities, monitor the parameters, performance. So all those along the time. So all those activities will be monitored and it will be recorded for the future usage or to improve the performance. So the accounting is maintained by the operating system. And in this diagram we are seeing the different layers present in the computer system. On the whole, they have divided into software and hardware. In the software side, softwares are the first layer, that is the layer which is visible to the user, is application programs. Inside of the application program, various libraries and utilities. Libraries and utilities are the different system software tools which will help the application program to get converted into executable code. Then only it can be executed on the computer hardware or CPU. And there will be the operating system. Operating system make the necessary facilities and necessary arrangements for our application programs. Then the hardware will be there. Hardware consists of input output devices, networking devices, then memory, main memory. So in the main memory, various translation, assignment, allocation processes will be there. The memory allocation will be performed by the operating system. And in between the operating system, application program and libraries, there will be three important interfaces will be there. We will see it. The important interfaces in a computer system is, first one is instruction set architecture, second one is ABI, application binary interface, third one is application programming interface. Instruction set architecture means every processor will support some sort of instructions. Okay, so the collection of instructions supported by a particular processor is called as instruction set. Okay, so this interface provides a boundary in between the hardware and the software. Okay, next one is application binary interface. It defines a standard for binary portability across the programs. We all know, for our every programs or every softwares will be converted into binary format, then only it can be understandable by the CPU, then only it can be get executed on the CPU. So the binary formats will be processed and will be accessed to the CPU with the help of this interface only. Okay, it provides the binary portability across all the softwares or the programs, so as to the hardware can access the softwares. Otherwise, we can see with the help of ABI only, the hardware can process the application softwares with this help of binary portability facility. Then application program interface. Every applications will have the API interface to connect it with the hardware resources. Okay, it gives the program access to the hardware resources and services in which, by which the software, the programs will be executed, and the necessary hardware resources will be allocated for the application execution. Next, operating system act as a resource manager. Since all the resources means various input, output and memory devices, and all those allocations are maintained by the operating system only. So the operating system is called as resource manager. Okay, so it is a computer consists of many resources for the movement, storage and processing of data. Okay, so OS is responsible for managing these resources. So the control mechanism is performed in two aspects. They are, OS will function as the normal computer software. Okay, so it is a program or set of programs executed by the processor. It frequently provide the control, and the operating system will depend upon the processor. Okay, the main important component of the computer system is processor. The processor only going to process all the activities and all the softwares. So the each processor will have its own configuration and capacity. So the operating system will be fully depend upon the processor. Based upon the processor configuration only, the operating system will provide the resource accesses to the software. And in the diagram we are seeing the same thing we are seeing as the diagram. The computer system having memory. In the memory, there will be the separate portions are there. In one portion, programs, user programs and data will be there. In another one portion is called as protected area. In the protected area, operating system will be stored, and n number of processors will be there. In some system, single processor will be used. In some other advanced systems, more than one processor will be used. And based upon the number of input-output devices connected to the computer system, and the input-output controllers will be there. Okay. For example, input-output controller for the devices like printers, keyboards, digital cameras. So every device will have the controller. And storage devices will be there. Additional secondary storage devices will be there. Okay. So in the storage devices also, it is the different portions will be there to store programs and data. Now let us see the possible university questions that could be asked with this topic. What are the objectives of an OS? Explain the services provided by the OS. How OS is acting as the resource manager. Okay, students, that's all about the topic. Thank you all. We'll see the next topic in another one video.